Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach the WOP, which is nothing but object-oriented programming using JavaScript. How to use the object-oriented programming using JavaScript. I am going to teach step by step. Right. Now first, before jumping to the WOP programming, we have to know about the what is the class and object. Class is nothing but which is a blueprint, right? Which is a blueprint. This is just a template. This template has a attributes and methods, right? Now you can see here there is a class car which name is car. Okay, you can see the class car. Imagine there is a class car. Class, what are the attributes of the class? Car as a name. Car as a invented date, right here, right? The car as a color, right? These are the attributes. Now you can have a attributes that like this. Okay, car name, car year, and car color, right? So these are attributes. What are the behavior of the car? That is a method which is a drive. We can drive the car. Okay, so the class consists of attributes and methods. Okay, right. Now this, in order to create the class, right, this attributes and method we can create by the objects, right? Now here object we can create more than one object. Okay, so we can create more than one object. So here we have created one object. Here you can see here the car in here is 98. It's a red color car, right? The second one, I am creating another object. Second object, we have created the car here is 2000. The car color would be yellow. So you have created the number of objects, right? Based on this class car, we have created the number of objects. We can create more than one object. So okay, third one, I have created three different objects. Third one is the car year 2002, color which is green. So we have a number of objects we have created this particular car class, right? We have created the number of the based on this class, we have created the different objects. Okay, so first one, second one, third one. Okay, right. So I hope you can clear this one, right? The class, which is nothing but a template, right? The class consists of attributes and methods, right? What are the attributes? Year and color and car name, those are called as attributes. The behavior which is a drive, right? The based on this class we have created the objects, right? 1, 2, 3. We have created the three objects. I hope we have clear of this one. Right. Now let's moving to the second one. Right. Now first thing I'm going to discuss about the list of the inheritance. This is an inheritance. We have created the inheritance. And this is the example of the inheritance of WP. Right. So inheritance, you can see what is the inheritance. You can see the animal inherit dog and lion. So inheritance you can make like this. Okay, this class is a super class. This is the subclass, right? The class which is a super class. This the extend class is the subclass. Okay, this is a parent class. This is the child class. Okay, you can call it as super class or parent class. This is you can call it as subclass or child class, right? You will be call it the way, right? So you can see when you implement the inheritance, there is a relationship, is a relationship. Okay, there is a relationship called is a relationship. What is the is a relationship? Right? It's nothing but imagine you have a dog. Okay, so dog is an animal. So dog is an animal. So you can tell. You can say dog is animal. Lion is an animal. You can tell lion is an animal. So here this one inherit animal class. This one inherit lion also inherit animal class. Dog has inherit animal class. So an animal class has a color method. You can see the color. This is the attributes. There is three different methods: get color, set color, and eat. So the dog class, which is a properties owner, these are the methods consist of. The line class, this is the attributes, these are the methods, right? So we can access this method in this class and this class. The animal class is a common class. You can use it dog class as well as a line class. Both are inherited, right? So after that, you have another example. You can see here. You can see this. You will be able to understand this scenario. Person, right? The person, it has a properties and methods over here. The person inherit from employee. Employee is a person, right? Employee inherited to, we have divided to programmer and manager. The programmer is a employee. You can see here, manager is a employee, right? Employee is a person. Okay, this is a relationship. Okay? Is a relation. Employee is a person. Programmer is a employee. Manager is a employee. You can see here. Okay, the employee which is inherit from person class, programmer is inherited from employee class, manager is inherited from employee class. Okay, this is the scenario you must understand before you are moving to the practical. Okay, so here we can accessible the person class all the properties and methods, the employees. Okay, right. The employee property and method can accessible programmer and manager. Right. Now let's moving to the examples one by one. Now let's move into the inheritance. I have created this class. Okay, you no need all the code I will provide in my video description. You will be able to do it, right? Okay. Here I have created the class one is a person. Okay, here based on the scenario person. The person class you can have a inside we have a constructor. Constructor we have pass one argument name, right? So what's the name you are typing? It is coming here. It is setting here, right? Okay, so we have created the object. You have create the object. You have typed the name. You are coming here. Set it here. Okay, so this you are getting it as a this name. Okay, this name we have set into this class level. This is a class level data. This is the parameters data. Okay, what is the parameters data? Means what is the parameter here? This is a constructor form. It is coming here. This name is setting here. It will be setting to the class level data. This is the parameters data. Okay, we have to understand what is the class level data and parameters data. This is a parameters data. Okay, so the constructor you have set the parameter here. This name you have coming here. It is check it. It is coming and put it here. Okay, right. Now here this is a constructor you are setting here. You are setting the name. Person class has a one method which is the play. So how to call the how to write in WP in JavaScript? You have to use this keyword. Okay, so we have to this keyword means this class. You have to create this person class. Okay, this person class we have create the variable. Okay, this coming this. Okay, so we have to call this play. We have to create this class. We have to create the method which is a play. Okay, play method. Inside the play method we have written the console.log which is a playing. When you call the play method we have to display the text as a playing. You have to understand that, right? After that this is a parent class. Okay, second is our child class. Child class we have a two different child class. Sorry, this is a sub. Sorry, this is the child class or subclass. We have a there. You can see here the person. It is inherit from the employee inherit here. What is a person? So what happens is here we have write it here. Another class which is one employee. Employee when you inherit the parent class, when you inherit the child class from the parent class, you have to use the keyword which is a extends keyword. Okay, when you see this keyword in Java or JavaScript, you can see the extend. When someone using their coding extend, you have a knowledge to understand this class is inherited because inherited mean you can access the methods and properties and attributes from your parent class. Now your extends person mean you can accessible this all the properties to this class, right? Now you can see here constructor we have a name, so this name constructor name, right? So after that id, right? So here inside the constructor we have created a super name. Super name, if I implement it over here, what the meaning of this one, we are getting this name from where our our super class, which is a person class. If you implement the super keyword, you implement the this name, this coming from your parent class person class, right? So here right here constructor, you set the constructor. The id is we are setting to this employee class. This is a new one. We have created the id. So you write the id, you have set the, you get the id, you have set it here. id. Okay, you have set it here. Right. After that, you can see here we have a parent class, this is a subclass. Now this subclass we have divided by two different subclasses. You can see here. So this designer and developer both are inside this parent class. These are the child class. Okay, so employee, which is a parent class, is person. Although even though designer and developer, which is a parent class, is an employee. Okay, right now you have an idea, right? Okay, even though person employee is a parent class is a person, but designer and developer is a parent class is a employee, right? So employee consists of two different child classes, designer and developer. So both are extend which is this parent class employee. Developer extend which class? Employee class. So we can use this all the properties in the developer class and designer class. So here this employee class consists of person class property and employee class properties. So we can accessible parent persons and employee class properties as well. Okay. So now you can see here, now when you run the program in JavaScript, outright run it, you can write it node this class name inherited. So in what's the name here? In her.js. If you run the project, you can set playing. Whatever it is, outright it here. We have create the object const developer equal new. You have to use the new keyword to create the object. You have to pass it. This one is a Java coding comma 1. So what happens is you have to call what is the thing you have created the object developer. It goes to the developer. So where's the developer? This is a developer. So we have passed the two arguments, name and id. Name here. This is the name I have set it here. This is the id, right? After the designer, also we have to write another one. We have to create the designer. Designer also we have to create the designer. Here also passing two arguments here, name and id. Here pass it over here, right? Now here developer, I want to developer dot play. I am calling developer dot play mean. So here you can see here, where's the developer? This is developer dot play mean. What happen is developer dot play. There is no method is there. So that method is where it is our superclass. Where's the superclass? You can have superclass person. So we have first the developer inherit that our parent class. Now we can accessible the parent class method as well in this child class. That's why I am putting this example, right? Okay, so after that you write another one we are calling developer.coding. Developer.coding, yeah, it method is there, but play method is not there. Play method is which is available in our person class. So person class, we have here we have inherit the employee class. Developer inherit the employee class, but employee inherit the person class. So you can access this class and this class. This both class will be accessible into our developer class. You have to understand, right? So after that designer. So designer we can have a designer also. It will be inherit employee and person class. So designer also we have to implement employee and parent class. So we can accessible employee class properties and methods and person class properties and method. So we have to write it here. Now we are called here this here design, we are called designer dot design mean we have this has been printed, right? Now if you want to implement this one, designer play, control save. Now let's again here playing this one, that will be inherited. Okay, now we have an idea, we have to implement that as well. And now what I'm going to do, you have to the same method I just copied. Okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to make the employee calls class also. I'm going to create the method. What's the method I'm going to create? Test. I'm going to test method as well. Test. Okay, testing employee message. Right? We have to passing the method as test. Okay, so now you can see designer class. Now what you are going to do, designer, we can implement at the what's the method? Test. We will be able to implement the test method as well. Okay, now let's save all and check it. Here, testing employee. Now we can access it, but designer class cannot access this developer, this coding method. We can't accessible. Okay, okay, we can't accessible. We didn't give the permission. Only we are extend the employee class. We not extend the designer class as well. We can't. Okay, if you are accessible, if you are written the accessible this one, designer dot coding. Now you can see here it's getting error. Here it's getting error. We can't do it. Designer coding is not a function, right? It's error. Keep in your mind. This is how we have to implement the inheritance in OOP concept in JavaScript. I hope you guys you understood the things well. I'll see you in my next lecture. Thank you.